Robin.
Oh, I know why this is being played, and it freaked me out.
Rick Ocasek.
Yeah.
He is 62 years old.
62.
Holy shit.
62. Damn,
no
man.
way is he 62.
Yeah.
He's always looked 62.
Yeah.
He's a guy that always looked old and ragged.
62, the new wave guy, new wave pop guy.
I remember as a kid that album coming out in like 76.
Yeah.
The Cars in Boston came out like the same year, and they were monster albums.
Yeah, both those albums were all right, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And that guy hasn't put a pound on in friggin' 40 years.
No. We because we can't finger chicks anymore, we do birthdays.
On the air, yeah.
Just in case you're wondering why we're doing birthdays. There's no insertion policy unless you're Howard Stern. Another thing, by the way, that is much different.
Well, also when you can insert your dick in management's ass, it's insertion too.
Yeah, he's allowed to insert his dick wherever he wants.
We were saying, like, how fucked up would it be if, like, we decided to sue the company? Do you really think we'd still be sitting here doing a show? It's just amazing, but
and the halls are abuzz.
A buzz
On the Howard News.
Because so is the...
Which can't be good for the company. And our stance, we did about a half hour on it to begin the show, if you want to hear the whole thing. Listen to the replay today. But you know what? If it's in his contract, we don't even blame him.
No.
We don't blame him. If it's money he feels is owed to him, then there you go. That's what you get.
Yep.
That's the deal these guys made. I run a company that revolves around one guy and see how that works out for you.
Mm-hmm. Have fun.
But the halls are buzz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's on every news channel and everything, so it's not like it's under anyone's hat at this point.
but knowing how radio works, they'll tell us to shut the fuck up, even though the whole world is talking about it. That's how they do it in radio. Hoping that if we don't talk about it, maybe the whole thing will go away. And we're just leaving our wallets open today. If you want to add your wallet to the counter over here.
Well,
so they could just come in and take more money from us.
Take some cash.
Just take whatever you need.
The staff, everybody else. Why not?
I heard a rumor about Eddie Trunk and what they try to do to him.
Oh, yeah, I heard tell something.
Our pal Eddie Trunk.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is.
I don't know.
But supposedly they were trying to knock him down, and salary-wise, and he wasn't making much to begin with.
It doesn't surprise me. It really is just abominable.
Well, Eddie's going to be in here soon, so we'll ask him about that. What's up, Florentine?
What's going on, man?
Oh, we didn't do the rest of our birthdays.
What?
Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Remember that song, Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan.
Shaka
Yeah,
Khan. She's an ugly 58.
Well,
she only had that one hit, though, right?
I don't even know if that was... Were they just singing about her, or was that her band? I don't even know. Is it even a her?
Yeah, it's a her, right? Yeah.
And would you?
No.
You wouldn't do Shaka Khan?
No, she's wild.
Florentine, I already know you would say yes to that.
You know, you got to build up the resume. That's rough. I don't know. I've done worse, but that's
That's like weird. I can't even see where she begins or ends or anything.
No.
A lot going on there. Okay. Whoa.
Would
Jesus.
you? Oof. That's a more recent picture.
That's hard.
Wow, she looks like a fat Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Doesn't she?
Definitely. Oh, Jesus. Look at that ass.
All right, well.
That looks like a fucking fake suit.
Now you're losing me.
That's going to take me a 3-day Cialis to maybe do that.
Let it sink in.
And that thing with those Cialis is like you don't just automatically get an erection. You have to be aroused. So
really? That's how that works?
Yeah.
The all-day ones, I guess?
Yeah, you just don't. I don't look at you and get an erection because I'm on Cialis.
Right.
Yeah. That's the one that they advertise where you take it and you're ready at a moment's notice. You know?
Yeah.
They show the old wife and the old husband sitting there, and it's in the kitchen, and she's like cutting up some fucking broccoli or some shit or some peppers, and he brushes against her, and she kind of turns her head and looks at him, and then, you know, normally she'd get that look like, and then go like, oh, that's right. He's got fucking a piece of linguine between his legs.
Yeah, but now he's got a...
But then they look all fucking like, yeah, okay, we're going to be doing some of that fucking...
He's got that big turgid penis now.
You ever see the one where the guy's going to the doctor and his reflection is hounding him about
creepy.
his fucking his limp dick?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, ask the doctor. No, I don't want to. He's talking to the window.
Right.
He's fucking talking to the window about his dick.
Come on.
He goes to the doctor.
Come on, you know we're both sick of your lack of heart on.
Come on.
Why wouldn't you tell your doctor, look, doc, I can't get a rod. Give me a pill.
Yeah, give me a pill.
He said, really? There's other stuff that's a lot worse.
Yeah,
that you tell your doctor.
But he's like talking to his reflection. He goes, all right, I think I will. And then he comes out, and the look the wife gives him while they're having dinner or some shit, she touches his hand and gives him a look like, thank God I'm finally going to get some cock. Those commercials are just like the worst fucking...
But really, meanwhile, they've been married like 30 years. They don't want to fuck each other.
They don't want to, exactly.
They're like 63, 64. He probably just lost all their money in the 401k and the friggin' stock market. They're miserable. They both have to go back to work at the fucking local Pathmark. You think they're smiling, go, we're going to fuck.
Yeah, she can't wait to come home from her job as a greeter at Walmart and suck on that fucking half-hard dick.
He lost all the money because he gambled it. He tried to put it in safe stocks, and now their fucking whole retirement money's wiped out. Oh, yeah, she wants to fuck.
And he wants to Cialis for the younger women in the neighborhood.
Yeah, he wants to look around
right?
and fucking jerk off just thinking about the neighbor or some shit. Not his dumb wife. God, we're so much misogynistic around here.
Well, because we don't know much about the broads.
Nah, we're
trying to figure out
today.
One women's cause.
Yeah, like a woman's cause that isn't.
We don't really know any. Do you know one, Jim?
Isn't championed by other women just to elevate the other women's thing. Like, the women are really concerned about it. It's not like, because I was talking about Gloria Allred with this whore that fucking sucked
and it's got to be
LT's dick, and
it's got to be a majority too, because abortion, the women will argue
breast cancer.
Yeah, I mean that's a no-brainer though.
Yeah, but just
not a no-brainer. Well, right. It's anyway. They that's that people are going to be against that.
Yeah,
of course.
Is that a women's cause?
Breast cancer?
Yeah, but it's like...
It's more of a guy's, because like, oh, man, my chick just lost her tits.
Yeah, that's bad. That would be bad. I bet a lot of guys leave women after that. That'd be horrible, too. Jesus.
Well, that was when supposedly Favre was messing around with that Jen Starker chick when his wife was back in Mississippi with a second round of breast cancer.
Yeah, yep.
That's fucked up. I mean, I've done some shitty things, but I think that's going over the line. I've done some
really.
Is that your line?
Yeah, because when your wife's back in Mississippi with the kids and she's going through chemo.
Yeah.
And you're texting like some 21-year-old and showing pictures of your little mule.
His little dick.
I would just jerk it and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Just get the jerk out of the way.
Get it out of the way, and then you're like, oh, good. I'm glad I didn't go out.
So let me go back to the playbook.
Yeah, good. No, I could just fucking concentrate on the game.
You could save hours in your day if you just fucking jerk it, and you know what I mean?
Just leaves your mind instantly.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, good.
Oh, okay, good. That's over with.
Good. Fix that problem.
Instead of hunting for hours.
Dice had a great line, one of his albums. He goes, I was thinking about buying a $50,000 car when I woke up. Then I jerked off and I went back to sleep. I never bought it. It's perfect.
It really is what we're all about. I saw this show. You're talking about that horrible mastectomy thing. I saw this show years ago. It was a movie called First You Cry.
Oh, why?
And it was before even Lifetime. I think it was like a ABC Monday night movie thing. Where it was First You Cry. Mm-hmm. And SNL, when they had balls, actually did a skit on it on the guy. It was the guy's side, First You Cry, and he was all upset that his wife was losing her
it was on SNL?
Yeah, that was years ago. When did First You Cry come out?
Can we find this?
78.
Who was in First You Cry?
Mary Tyler Moore and Anthony Perkins.
Anthony Perkins and Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore.
First You Cry.
Wasn't she?
Yeah, that was a big one.
Isn't she one of those funny ladies? Why is she always making these serious dramas?
Well, that's what she did after...
to show that she had another side
Mary
to
Tyler
her.
Moore show, yeah.
I hate that shit.
She
Like
had
stupid Steve Martin and his banjo.
Fuck him and his banjo.
Get on a stage and tell some jokes.
His dumb banjo.
Stupid banjo.
Ordinary People was the other movie she did where it was all serious and
Yeah,
she
of
was all
course.
freaked out.
Martin hasn't done stand-up since like 81. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how
know.
good he would be.
You don't think he could get
A little
back
dated.
to it?
He's funny. I mean, but I don't know. You know, he used a lot of props, an arrow through the head.
Is he
Yeah,
funny?
boy, that make people laugh. I don't get it.
Man, I wish I started comedy back then.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
easy.
him, man. He's a legend. But
When
you
was
know,
the last time you walked around and said, "Wow, did you see Steve Martin in that movie?" Blah. What was the last one?
well, yeah, you're right. But the old ones are phenomenal.
Sure.
What is it? Planes, trains. What the hell? Is
Automobiles, yeah.
He played
Yeah,
more
that-
of a straight guy in that, but
He was amazing. Yeah, the angry,
that's a great
cranky
movie.
guy. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
a
that
great
was
movie.
I like that one.
yeah. Then he did some.
The Jerk.
The Jerk was good,
Goes
but then he
back.
did some of those.
All right, after Planes,
I'm the
Trains,
corny white guy that doesn't know how to dance. One of those movies.
let's go to his IMDb. After Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, was Steve Martin in a good movie? A good, funny movie?
He was in like
He did the
Roxanne.
father to bride, but he was more the straight guy in that.
Yeah.
True. Parenthood.
No, I wasn't buying that one.
What else has he been in? The Jerk. Then you got A Wild and Crazy Guy, the TV movie.
God, The Man with Two Brains. God, was that awful?
Which way are we going? We have
Jerk.
To go, we have to go up.
Yeah, we gotta go up.
All right, we got to go up. The Jerk 2.
Three Amigos.
Wait, there was a movie called The Jerk 2 on.
It says a TV movie. So
Oh my
Wow.
God!
Did you
Wait a
know
minute.
that?
What was that? Come on.
By the
No
way,
way.
when we talk about bad sequels, and we do Caddyshack, and then of course Caddyshack 2.
Yeah.
And why don't we ever mention Arthur and the second Arthur, where they try to have a sober Arthur?
Arthur.
I was just talking about that with some people
on
the other day.
Rocks. It was called
On the
Arthur
Rocks.
on the Rocks.
We always talk about really bad sequels, but we never bring that one up.
You know, it was good. Arthur was about a guy. Obviously, he drank too much, rich, spoiled, and then he finds some kind of redemption and fucking when his guy butler guy dies and shit like that, and his drunkenness was just enough irresponsibility for him to clean up and be like, yeah, I think I got to be a responsible guy. And it was fun drunk and shit. And then Arthur on the Rocks was, even as you're watching the movie, you're just thinking, wow, this guy's got a problem with his drinking. It wasn't funny.
Right, yeah,
It
the
was
first
just kind
one
of
was-
like, oh, now this should be intervention. You know, he's the first one's hysterical. So this is the trailer for Arthur on the Rocks. Oh, okay, of course.
The wonderful, lovable Playboy is back.
Oh, is
Hello,
it?
my beauty. How you do this with such dignity is what baffles me. Thank you, sir. Yeah. No.
He's Arthur.
Boy, this looks so bad.
We were happy, weren't we?
Oh, sure we were. Then we met. You must hate those things. Hey, look, Fairchild,
They tried some of the same jokes.
Pull! Hit the bullet! Hit the bullet!
And he's broke.
Boy.
Arthur's just lost $750 million.
And this was back when 750 million was considered a lot of money. Oh, yeah. Hi, honey.
They actually tried to do the exact same scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do if you were me?
The word bait comes to mind.
We're looking for somebody
He
who's
was dead.
honest, not afraid to learn, and not afraid to do a little hard work.
Well, Hank, if you hire me, I'll help you look.
Dudley Moore.
They said the city will eat me alive. Now look at me. I have my own pail. I have my own squeegee sponge. I'll show them all.
Liza Minnelli.
I should have married you for your money.
John Gielgud.
I think I've come just in time.
Arthur 2 on the Rocks.
Can't make me feel this way. Myself.
Wow. That was painful.
Okay, so now put yourself in Dudley Moore's position. He probably did 10 with Derek, whatever
Bo
her name
Derek,
is. Bo
yeah.
Derek.
Derek, right.
So he does this once, and then he probably gets, they offer him like $3 million to do Arthur 2 because the first one was a hit. Do
Yeah.
you take it, even though you know it's a shitty script?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
only done a couple films.
I think you take it.
Oh,
at that point,
do
you
you
know what I
have
mean?
to just take it and realize you're just gonna it's gonna be shit?
So maybe I can ad lib on the set, make it funnier.
Yeah. You start thinking like, you talk yourself into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first one was great. We just kind of same characters. Yeah, I think it could work.
I think these guys don't care if they're in a bad movie. A lot of them. We've talked to enough people where you get the feeling.
Well, Michael Madsen, but that's about.
I think that even in the end, he doesn't care. He just knows.
No,
the
that's what I mean. He doesn't
Oh
care.
yeah. He knows the game. You know, you're going to be in a couple really good movies, and you're going to be in a bunch of shit. It's just how
Yeah,
it
I
is
mean,
in
the
Hollywood.
audiences are very forgiving. You know, you could do a couple duds, and then even De Niro's at that point. And then if he comes out with a great film, the last 20 he's done, people are going to forget.
We're waiting for De Niro to come out with something good, but as he gets older, it's kind of hard to picture him in one of those good roles anymore, you know? I don't know, everything. Like, stop trying to be funny. Stop with the comedy thing and just be a mobster. Just be a gangster. You do that so well.
I know, he does. He's got one more good role, I think, that he's
You think he's got one more that's going to make us forgive him for
we're going to forgive him for
that shit?
I couldn't even see that one, 88 Minutes or whatever, the one with Al Pacino. I heard how bad it was. I'm like, I'm going to pretend that didn't exist.
Jimmy loves how bad that is. Fucking Norton loves how bad that fucking movie is. Can't stop talking about it.
Sometimes the really bad movies are really good.
I know.
Really good to watch.
It's and then the new Arthur just looks horrid. Every trailer I see for it, I'm sorry. It just looks fucking awful. And I think you're right. I think he doesn't drink in this as much as... Like, I don't think it's drunkenness. I think he's more retarded than drunk in this
I think
one.
he's irresponsible.
Like, because showing someone drunk and having fun
in a movie
is very
really
bad these days. You can't do that.
Well, you could ask Russell Brand when he comes in. You just gave Roland a heart attack down the hall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why don't you tell...
When's he coming in?
Soon. You could say all that to Russell when he's sitting in Jim Florentine's seat.
Is he?
Let's see if he got the balls.
I don't think he's... I would say it.
You would say it.
No, I'd say, hey, great movie. I'm a fucking asshole.
And also, our management, me and Norton's management company, produced the new Arthur. They produced the old one, the original.
Really?
I don't know if they did Arthur 2.
So why aren't you in it?
I don't know. If they filmed it in New York,
why not?
Yeah, shit.
We said, can we just throw us in something? I'll be the hot dog vendor.
Yeah, you guys are funny. Why not?
Nothing.
Nothing,
that
huh?
Sucks. It's bullshit.
That's the way it should work.
Yeah.
Can we get Roland down?
Nepotism.
To come down the hall? I want to see when Russell Brand is scheduled.
April 8th is when it comes out.
So he'll be in that week, probably.
Well, maybe.
It might be when you're not here.
That. I'll be on my cruise.
Motherfucker, you might be off the hook.
I'll be on the cruise.
You might be off the hook.
I'll call in from the ship. I have a satellite phone. I'll call in just for that.
You can't get service out there.
Oh, I can.
Satellite phone?
Oh, yeah?
Sat phones? No problem.
I learned after being lost in the woods on a hike with my chick years ago.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You were 200 yards from your car. You just didn't know
No, I wasn't.
You just didn't know what direction the car was in. He makes it sound like he was on the Appalachian.
If you're in a bunker,
Trail
we're getting bombed and you're in a bunker, it's going to work.
Well, no, you need a line of sight for the sky.
How far?
As long as you're outside, you're okay.
How far were you from your car in the end?
Real far.
Come on.
We were walking for all day and actually 2 days away from the car.
Why 2 days?
Because it was the day we were hiking, and then we had to spend the night in the woods, and then woke up in the whole next day in the opposite direction until we hit another trailhead on the opposite side of these mountains.
Why would you turn around if you went a whole day without finding your car?
Because there was some rock cliffs that we climbed down, and I knew my chick, not me, I knew she wouldn't be able to climb back up. So it was one of those point of no return things, like in a video game where you drop off and you know you can't go back any further.
Gotcha.
So it was that. We dropped down and climbed down these rocks, knowing that we couldn't get back up, and had to just continue going. So after that happened, I decided I am getting it fucked. Because you know what it's like to look at your cell phone and be like, here's your connection to the outside world. I'm lost in the woods. I really want to talk to somebody. Oh, look at that. It's fucking useless.
What if you climbed a tree? Would you have gotten
I tried.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I tried everything. There was no fucking signal.
Were you scared?
Whatsoever. I started getting a little... I wasn't scared at all the first day. When it started getting dark, I started getting like... I started thinking, we're not going to be able to get out of here tonight. Like, you can't hike in the dark. This was... rock cliffs and fucking everything, logs everywhere. You couldn't fucking walk in the dark. So I'm starting to think, I think we're fucked. So I knew that there was. I saw a sign that said "lean to," and it had a little directional thing, and I guess a hunter's little lean to.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make that by the time it got night, and we just made it by the nighttime. It was pouring rain and cold as fuck, and we woke up in the first break of light. And went to stand up.
Wait, you actually were able to sleep?
No, I wasn't able to sleep. I kept looking. And this is great. We went out so unprepared. This is like one of those dumb motherfucker things to do.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
Why would you go hiking? You don't seem like a guy that hikes, and definitely with a chick, too.
Nope, I'm not.
Like, I could see you going with a couple buddies, pitching a tent, and just drinking beers.
Whatever. Exactly. Like in the backyard.
Eating some steaks.
Right.
Yeah.
Who do you think wanted to go hiking? Me or the chick? Of course. I fucking got talked into it.
Once again, easily influenced by a woman.
And then we get up to the top of this one little mountain thing where she goes, all right, we'll stop here, we'll eat lunch. So lunch, all the water, everything, because we're not that far. So we go through everything. And then she goes, oh, I remember as a kid when we used to come up here, we took the way up that we came, but then we went down this way. And all I was thinking was like, why don't we just go down the way we came up? And then I started getting the look like, bleh, bleh. And I'm like, all right, we'll take the fucking way down. You remember when you were fucking like 6 years old? Yeah, great. So we go down that way, and I started knowing like really quickly. I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, I'm positive. And then after we did a couple of those drop-offs where we couldn't turn around, then I was like, I started going, do you realize we're going back up a hill right now? I go, it just changed. We're now going up again. I go, up isn't out of here. We went down. We never went downhill and then uphill. And then she's like, you look. All right, forget it. Keep walking.
Was there a lot of bitching going back and forth at that point? Or were you working together as a team to
at
get
the
out of the
beginning?
woods?
It was a weird, there was a whole metamorphosis of emotions and all kinds of things that happened. Because at first, it was I was annoyed that she did this. And I was annoyed at myself for going along with it.
When did you finally look at her and go, this is all your fault?
I never said that.
You wanted to.
I wanted to. Boy, did I want to say, I fucking told you. We should have went down the way we fucking came. This is the dumbest fucking thing. It's textbook fuck up.
Was it early in the relationship where you wouldn't say that, you think?
Yeah, early enough. Yeah,
early enough.
Where I was like,
if it was like a year or two in, you would have been called her a cunt and everything.
Oh, yeah. It would have been one of those deals. But it was just kind of like, okay, whatever. So went down and started walking up the hill, and I realized we're fucking lost now and couldn't find a way out. We found the lean-to, went to sleep. I couldn't sleep, though. And get this, it was freezing fucking cold now. Cold rain. She had a little fucking Jackie O red jacket, and we had to try to share that to cover ourselves because it was freezing cold. And all I was doing, and there was this, like, fog in the woods, and all I could do was look out of the lean-to into where you can't see anymore, and I'm just waiting for
like a
something,
Stephen King novel.
something to come out. And rationally, you know that, like, look, odds are nothing's going to come out of there. But
that doesn't help you, though.
It doesn't help
in that situation.
I didn't want to shut my eyes because I imagined I was going to open them and a bear would be staring me right in the face or something. So I just I barely got any sleep. Woke up. Now, we've been walking all fucking day over rocks and things where your ankles are really taking like a beating. They're going in directions they never go. And from the cold air and wetness and stuff, I went to stand up and fell right the fuck down. I was crippled. I couldn't fuck. Now I'm really starting to think, holy shit, I'm not going to be able to get out of here because I can't fucking walk. I'm crippled. I'm going to be dragging my ass out of here. And after getting up and standing up and walking around like I had a broken hip, I finally got enough like motion and blood back in my ankles and shit and the muscles moving where I could walk. And for water, thank God it was raining because we found this one fucking tree where the top was split open and it acted like a funnel and just like a waterfall was pouring out of this tree. I was like, oh, thank you,
God. What kind of bacteria did you get from that?
I didn't get anything. Fucking got really good. Now, the water was delicious. It was great.
Now, we all have our breaking point.
Yeah, that's what happened.
No, no. What would have it taken for you to say, every man for themselves? Because we all have it in our brain.
Yeah.
You think you don't, but you do.
There reached a point where I did crack a little bit. We're walking, and I honestly thought we were going to see something soon. And when we didn't, we rounded a bend, and it was just more wilderness. I just started going, motherfucker, shit, like cursing like a fuck. I go, this is bullshit. We're fucking lost. This is bullshit. And she's just standing there knowing not to say a word. And so we kept walking. I shook it off, kept walking a little, and I noticed I was just walking further and further in front of her. Like I wanted to, now I just wanted out, so I'm kind of chugging a little more, and she's just kind of walking, and I had to keep stopping and going, come on, come on. And then a black bear came walking out, like it was a little one, but it was one of those. You ever see a black bear? They're like very round.
I've never seen
They're very
one.
round and fucking fat and
In the
kind of
wilderness, never.
and kind of like jostly. And
You really
stuff.
saw a black bear?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember this
walked,
part of the story.
Oh yeah, walked right in front of the fucking trail we were on. So I'm like, oh god, fuck, what do I do? I go, I gotta find some kind of stick just in case this thing turns around. So I see this log on the side of the trail. I pick it up. The thing just goes. It was like oatmeal when I picked it up. Just this rotted, wet fucking piece of oatmeal. And then I'm standing there, just like there's nothing I could fucking do. If this thing if the mother was around or some shit, done.
You got to think the mother was close.
Yeah. So we waited for the thing to move on. I said, just don't move. And then we kept moving. And finally, I found this little, there's this little box on a tree with a little hinge and stuff, like a little mailbox. And inside was a pencil and some paper. And I guess you were supposed to, like, if you fucked. So I put our names on there and was like heading this way down the trail and popped it in there. And then about another 2 hours later, we came to a trailhead, popped out on a road, found a ranger station with this stoned ranger kid in there. That's like, can I? And we're fucking disheveled. We walk in, and they'd already known that we were missing. Like, the word was out that we were fucking missing.
How was the word out?
Because her mother was expecting us.
Oh, okay.
And she called, like, the state troopers and everything, and like, the word was out that we were missing.
Usually it doesn't end well.
I know. Well, it did.
Yeah,
So
no
we walk into this trooper, this ranger, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
What do you think,
we were
asshole?
lost. We're
Look at us.
disheveled." I
Look
go,
at us.
"Yeah, we're lost. We were lost in the fucking woods all night and shit." He was like, "Oh, where?" I was like, "I don't know. We were lost. We were back that way."
It doesn't matter.
I go, "I know where we started."
But it doesn't matter where.
So I go, "I know where we started. Could I get a ride back to our vehicle?" And he's like, "Well, I really can't leave." I'm like, "Dude, we were fucking like, it's either this." I go, "There's two scenarios that could have happened. This, me walking in, or you going, you hear about the two dead people in the woods? Can I have a fucking ride?" So he got us in the car, got us a ride back to my vehicle, and there were two trooper vehicles there, a rescue vehicle. There were all kinds of things. And we come pulling up in a car. Hi,
we're
They're
back.
like, "Oh, you okay?"
How far were you away from your vehicle?
We were fucking miles away.
Really?
We had walked probably in 2 days, maybe 15 miles.
Holy shit.
You were 15 miles away from your car?
15 miles away from the car.
Oh, man.
You were a little off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, take this way. I remembered it when I was 6.
Sounds like you were on the Appalachian Trail. Does it go through that area?
I don't even know where I was. I was on some dumb hill she used to climb as a kid.
So how long were you supposed to be in there? For like 2 days to hike?
No, it was supposed to be
Just
an
a day trip?
afternoon.
Oh, just
it was
an
just to
afternoon.
go up this hill, eat lunch, back down the hill. Were you back in 4 hours?
Were you planning on banging?
Yeah, probably.
Did you guys talk about it or no?
No, not banging on the trail. Probably when we got back to the place where we were. I don't like, and the weather wasn't really good. It was kind of drizzling and shit.
Oh, okay.
So there was going to be an after hike banging.
You didn't bang one out on the lean-to?
Not in the,
The
lean. No,
lean-to?
no. But yeah, if I could have gotten a rod then, I would have been Superman. Holy
Did you have
shit.
to drop a deuce like in the 2 days that you guys were lost?
No,
Like,
there was. I think the nerves keep the shit in for a while. Yeah, you kind of get that nervous. But then the first thing we found was like a campground with water fountains and sinks and shit. And it was just like, fucking never sucked down so much water in my life. And then, then
and you didn't have to go
guys-
either when you were lost?
No, it was really kind of you have one mission. It's just get the fuck out of there and don't die.
Right.
So, they gave us like the little blanket things at some fucking oat bar and drove us back to the house, took a little report, and we were done. But after that, I was like, I am never going anywhere without a satellite phone.
Imagine if you're like walking way ahead, you're so aggravated where she's like, "I got a shit," and then she has to go, and then there's of course there's no toilet
No
paper or
toilet
anything.
paper.
You guys didn't prepare for that.
No, we
She's like,
didn't.
"What am I going to use?" And you just have to stand there and wait, wait even longer.
I probably would have had to like give her my underwear to wipe with. I would have ripped my underwear. I'd have ripped my underwear into sections and saved it for toilet paper.
Florentine has weird scenarios.
No, that's something that could happen. absolutely have it.
Who gives a
You
fuck
know?
what anyone smells like when you're lost in the woods?
Oh, but you can because you can't hike with shit in your ass.
Because if
Yeah,
someone,
that's
if
gonna
some
hurt.
chick wants to go hiking with me, I'm like, all right, we're banging at least twice. You're going to be up against a tree. If I'm going to go walk through the fucking woods,
We're fucking.
I'm a grown man. We're fucking.
Where's some of those fucking clothes?
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Yeah, that was the last time I fucking went hiking. I'll never hike again.
I like hiking.
No reason. Fuck that
but,
shit.
But the thing with the black bear,
Yeah.
now you let the black bear pass by and you
Yep.
saw it kind of disappear, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think this black bear is right around every corner
That's
now?
what I was thinking.
That would scare the fuck out of
and
me.
then from that point on, I was looking everywhere. Like, where the fuck is the next monster in these woods?
I like being in the woods, but you start looking a little too deep in the woods, and
No.
man, your mind gets fucking.
Now the idea
weird.
of going into the woods without a fucking gun and a satellite phone is retarded to me. Like, I don't know why I even did that.
The only problem with the satellite phone is it getting smaller finally?
Yeah, they're pretty small now.
They are.
Yeah.
How small?
I got one in my bag. You want to see it?
Yeah, let me see.
Can you text?
He's got to go. He comes in here with the go bag now.
I'm a little go
That's
bag.
not
Look at
radio.
that.
That's not radio
your
stuff.
This is your magnesium and your Flint fire starter because
Oh, so this is
I
in case
couldn't
there's
start
some
a
attack
fire
in the
either.
city while he's here.
Yeah, I could
gotta-
start a fire on Fifth Avenue.
In case the zombies and the Puerto Ricans act up,
You never know.
he's ready to go.
One never knows when these people are going to start, when the race war will happen.
Look.
I'm not kidding.
You got like one of those.
It's natural disaster kind of stuff.
Jim,
You know?
You got a whole food thing in there, like they have in the army that you could just eat.
Yeah. MREs.
Do
things
you
like
have any of
that.
those?
I got some food.
See, I come in with an iPad to do a radio show, and he's preparing for the apocalypse.
I got a
every day.
Cliff Bar and a water.
Yeah.
A Cliff Bar in the water.
Look, he's got his
All
go
right.
bag right here.
There we go. We unzip this right here. This is just the little go bag. I have a good go
And
bag.
this is what he's willing to show us, by the way, Florentine.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some other shit in there that he's not going to take out.
This is
That's kind of big.
It's big, but it's not fucking. I'm not toting it around for fucking. It's even bigger when you pull the antenna up.
Fucking huge.
But that's a satellite.
Is it charged?
Yeah.
So you have a.
Pull
do
Is
you-
that is that a carrot top prop?
No,
You're
it's
walking around with.
It's like Wall Street.
It is a
Hello,
Wall-
buy, sell.
It pretty much is as big as the Wall Street phone.
And I have
When
a
Michael
That's the
Douglas
solar.
on
phone they
the
used in
beach.
the first Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Do you
a
have a
solar panel charger.
Do you have a getaway plan to leave the city, like if there's an attack?
Yes, I have a getaway bag too. I did a whole show on it on Live from the Compound the other night.
But do you
where
have a
I,
whole like plan, like how to get out, which highways you're going to take? Like
You can't take
it's all-
highways.
I think it's all dependent though on what's happening.
Yeah, you
like
can-
it's like is it
You
is
gotta-
it nuclear plant or is it some kind of natural disaster? Is it people just fucking the society gone awry? I don't know. I just like having shit just in case.
All right.
Rush hour traffic
in
around the
case.
city is horrendous. You think when there's an apocalypse, you're actually going to be able to get on a road?
But he's already prepared. He's going to be the first one in his car and out.
I just got to
You need
get
a
out.
bicycle to get over the bridges, or a boat, or a helicopter.
He'll get a cab and go. Here's
get a
500
cab,
bucks.
yeah.
Just take me over to George Washington,
Get,
Jersey.
get me into Jersey.
Traffic's
Yeah.
going to be at a
Yeah.
standstill. You're going to be too busy
He'll
looking
be
at
the
the
first
flying
one running.
saucers
That's
in
it.
the air.
I don't care. I'll fucking take a boat. I don't give a shit. That river.
You need a boat.
And by the way, I did show in the go bag the most important thing is a gun. Because with the gun, you could get anything else you need. See, Louis C.K. was talking about his gold.
Fuck
He goes,
the gold.
yeah, he goes, I like always, carrying a piece of gold with me, little gold piece, because if money becomes worthless or something happens or that, he goes, you could always get something with gold. I go, that's why I like having a gun, because I could take your gold with the gun.
You're not wrong.
So the gun and communication is like your two biggest things.
Sure.
One of them wind-up radios, so you can hear what's going on.
Right.
Then there's little packs of food and water, little water things, water filtration systems.
Who's going to be the asshole to do a radio show as the apocalypse is going on? Wouldn't that guy want to get out too?
Somebody probably would. I think it's more like
Somebody's going to stay behind?
Yeah, you get some info. There's hardcore radio guys.
It'll be Twitter,
Eddie
though.
Trunk could be on.
You got the Twitter, though.
You'd be fucking rocking to some metal tunes while you're trying to flee the area.
What about the Twitter, though? You don't need that shit.
Twitter?
You just need the Twitter.
I don't think anyone's going to be tweeting either.
You don't think?
No, I don't think I could tweet on the satellite phone.
Wow. Good point.
No Twitter. That's just for the worst case scenario. But there's other levels of it. Like, do you just have to get out of the immediate area because a nuclear plant is
Yeah, but
fucking doing something? Or
Did you bury your boat in the woods yet, like I suggested?
Did I bury?
Every good plan has a boat stashed
in the
away
woods.
somewhere.
No, I didn't have that. I could take a boat. I could go to the North Shore and just take a boat.
How? If all the boats are taken by other guys that got there before you.
No one's going to take all the
You
boats.
have to have a secret boat, I'm telling you.
Do you understand there are guys with families that own these boats that have to get their kids together and the wife and then get shit? I'm ready to go. The second something happens, I'm gone.
Have you timed how quickly you could get to the shore?
3 minutes.
You probably have, you weirdo.
3 minutes.
So you would head towards
fire in the whole way.
He
you would head towards Long Island
I
instead
would
of
head
like
toward
Long Island Sound.
Because if I'm home the majority of the time, which I live on Long Island. I would head to the North Shore, grab a boat,
you know what,
and fucking head to like either Connecticut or what?
I'm just going to tell you that everyone's heading in that direction. So trick the zombies and the Puerto Ricans. Go the other way to the ocean.
South Shore?
Yes, no one's going South Shore.
Here's the problem. It's a lot farther to get to some kind of land, and you got to go through some heavy-duty waters. North Shore, you go across the Sound, you're in Connecticut. Now you could cut over. You could do a lot of shit. See, I'm thinking north. I'm going north. Maybe even Canada if you have to.
Why not bury a jet ski?
What? How do you bury a jet ski? Then how do you dig it up?
Well, not bury it. You know how they had
You don't have a shovel in your bag?
Oh, I do have a shovel in
He
my
probably
real
has a
go
little-
bag. It's in my real go bag, which is at home. This is just a quickie. But the go bag I have at home has a military, one of those shovels. They're like as big as your hand, but they fold out, and you screw it, and boy, you dig into foxholes.
He ain't fucking around, Jim.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, I got a bunch of shit in there. Filter devices, all kinds of fire starting equipment, because, I could start fire even if shit's wet. This shit, magnesium shit burns to like 5,000 degrees.
Might be onto something.
You gotta just be prepared. You know why? Now I throw it in the closet. It's in there. And if something happens and you're like, fuck, it's right there. And you're the first one out the house, first one heading to your escape route. And other people are trying to collect up fucking canned goods?
Right.
Blow me.
I didn't realize the interest in this. I just turned to my left for the first
Go
time.
bags are huge
in
now.
a half hour.
Go bag.
The phones, they have a lot of questions for you, sir. Let's go to John in Alabama. We got Jim Florentine in studio, by the way. John, what's going on?
Hey, who the fuck are you going to call?
Yeah, that's true.
Who am I calling on the satellite phone?
Call Katie Couric?
I'm calling the radio station that I get on my wind-up radio. I'm going to request a song.
It's a good question. Who are you calling if an apocalypse is going down?
Room on the chopper for Mel.
Look,
That's a good question,
would you rather have communication or not? I'm not calling. Look. Hey, dummy. I'm not fucking calling a friend of mine to see what he's up to tonight. You could call.
He's getting canned goods. He's not going to be talking to you.
You can call whoever you might need to call at the time. You don't know. It's a very fluid situation. So you go with your fucking Verizon plan or your AT&T and try to dial away, or if you do hear something where there is someone or something or some place that could be helpful to you, you try to figure out where you are while I'm just pulling up my fucking latitude and longitude on my phone and telling people where I am so the chopper could get me. Blow you. Me? What?
All right, let me say hi to Ron in Georgia. Ron, what's up, Ron?
Good morning, boys. Love you. Love your show. I do Ironman training to prepare for the apocalypse if it ever happens.
Ironman training?
Swim. Yeah, 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, and then a 26-mile marathon. I'm ready for when it happens.
That'll only get you 25 miles away.
That's great. While you're huffing and
30 miles
puffing
away.
While you're huffing and puffing, I'll blast you one.
Right.
Thanks to Ronald Reagan for my military training. I am prepared.
All right, sir.
Well,
Thank you.
I think you need a little more than that.
That's not in your bag. A 12-mile run, a 25-mile swim.
No, but
He is
I
working out a
do
little bit.
work out. Oh yeah.
Let me say hi to Matt in
See
Ohio.
the guns?
Hey, Ant, I just want to make sure you have a handheld chainsaw. Have you seen one of those?
Yes, I did. I have one of those, as a matter of fact. It's like a chainsaw blade.
You don't have to
It's
say
cool.
it as a matter of fact. We just believe you.
It's like a chainsaw blade.
So what do you think you're going to need that for?
Well, if you got to bring down a little tree or something.
I was under the impression
For some shelter. Yeah, you might have to cut a tree down.
Where's a tree going to be in your way?
Well, you might need it for some kind of shelter.
New York City.
You might no. You're out. You're out of the cities. There's no city. You're out of the cities.
You're not out
So
of...
if a tree falls on the Connecticut Turnpike, and
Right,
you take it,
right.
you're going to come out of your car.
No, you might. Hold on. I got to get in.
You might have
hold
to.
On. You take your rowboat across the Long Island Sound.
Rowboat?
Right? And it's still cities until you get past Hartford. There's no trees until you get past Hartford.
But see, that whole situation's going to be bad. Everyone's going to be in fucking traffic and bullshit and everything. You got to go to a place where like maybe a little northeastern parts.
But then you're in some rough waters, sir.
But no, not past the point.
Oh, okay.
You're going up and then north, and then you just got to deal with the woods. And that, hence, the little...
So like Providence, Rhode Island, maybe somewhere up there.
You got to keep going further. Maybe Vermont, New Hampshire. In the woods.
Vermont's not connected to the water?
No, in the woods. No, you got to go overland at that point.
Okay.
But where does the chainsaw come in? Like, where do you think the
Let's say you're in the woods, right? And you got to set up shelter, and you need some wood. You need some sticks to make poles and stuff.
But if there's like a radiation fallout, the woods isn't going to help.
Well, you got to get as far away from the plant as possible, from the radiation. Are you talking nuclear war kind of thing? Because then we're really...
Hold on, we're on a map now, thanks to Danny. So we're...
All right.
You can't go all the way out east to get in the water.
I'm going to stop at the Mohegan Sun and play a few hands of blackjack.
See, Danny's pointing at the easternmost point of Long Island. He's not going to go in the water there.
How about
There's no way he would get to that point.
How about I just go straight across to Bridgeport?
Bridgeport?
Yeah, and then I continue north. Look, there's nothing there. It's all green.
Well, there's a lot of green to the left of Bridgeport. And a lot of black.
Or how about I go... in and up the river, and then I go up the Hudson.
You're gonna want to deal with 95 during the apocalypse.
Thank you. That's what I keep telling them.
No, I'm crossing right over it.
Where's the Connecticut River?
Right over it.
Connecticut River's a good river.
There's a river there?
How about I go west? How about I go west and then go up the Hudson?
Now, whose boat are you taking?
I'm stealing one.
And you're going to know exactly where to go.
Yeah, there's plenty of marinas. I know where all the marinas are on the North Shore.
Where are you
I've been to
find
plenty
the
of them.
keys?
Keys, schmees, motherfucker. It's a boat. If you can't hotwire a boat, you're a retard.
You know how to hotwire a boat?
Yes. It's easy. You ever see fucking... There's not even like a car with a goddamn dashboard you got to get into.
Why
what if the boat only has like a quarter tank of gas and it's only going to go for about an hour?
There's gas stations.
No one's going to be...
During the apocalypse?
There's gas stations right there. All along the marina. You don't think my bolt cutters are going to fucking be able to cut the padlock off of that thing?
Bolt cutters, chainsaws.
And believe me,
shovels. You're a landscaper. Do you have a weed eater there too?
I'll be edging for the apocalypse.
I'll be edging until the apocalypse.
If I come wheeling up with an AR-15 and a couple of fucking 1911 45 strapped on me, I don't think all these guys at the gas station are going to be armed that quickly. The trick is, and let me tell you something, and this is the reason I have everything ready to go. The trick is speed. You have to get the fuck going before everybody else decides I have to get going and gather everything up.
So leave now.
That's a good idea. I'm out of here.
You might want some hedge clippers, too, because if you're in the woods and the paths aren't clear.
Should I get some hedge clippers?
Yeah, just...
That's heavy for a go bag.
This guy wants to help you with your sat phone. He's got a lot of numbers already programmed in there. Go ahead, Bill, in Missouri.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hi.
I was just going to back Anthony up. I guess you got Iridium, right?
What? Yeah.
Your phone's ready. Yeah. No, I put Department of Justice in it. I put, what are the three? I got Department of Justice, Fox News, and, the Pentagon. You do a little research on the internet, you can find their...
see, there you go. Oh, you have a sat phone too, sir?
Yeah.
See, an Iridium sat phone, and he programmed in very pertinent, very good government...
How is the Pentagon pertinent?
Because then you could say, hey...
Pick up a phone at the Pentagon.
What's going on?
Apocalypse.
Oh, they're always there. They don't go home. They're like fucking...
So you're going to tell them you're in the woods in Vermont somewhere.
I'm just going to say...
call the Pentagon.
I won't tell them where I am. Right. I'll just be like, hey, you got any updates on what's going on?
On the zombies?
Somebody... And he goes, oh, wow, we haven't gotten many calls. And I'll say, yeah, because not many people have sat phones with the Pentagon programmed in. And he'll be like, okay, well, here's what's happening.
Sat phone call regular phones?
Call soon. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. It's very handy. Very handy item.
But how do you call... See, you have a sat phone because the regular phones aren't going to work. So if you call a regular phone, how are they going to pick up your call?
Well, that's just it. If you have a regular phone, then you're shit out of luck.
So you have to get other sat phone numbers.
No, if it's localized, if it's a localized problem,
I think you got holes in your plan.
No, I do. You don't even have a plan.
If there's an apocalypse, do you think someone's going to be answering the phone at the Pentagon?
Maybe.
Nah.
Maybe one guy. We left the maid.
Washington's going to be in disarray. Because
Washington will be a mess, yeah.
It'll be a mess.
Yeah.
Think about how surprised they're going to be when the damn phone rings.
Imagine that guy. Who the fuck is this?
Fucking Bill, right on, brother.
That's funny, man.
His delivery was perfect on that.
Yeah. See, you can pick it apart, and I understand a lot of people.
Okay.
Keith says drive south to him. Boat is always fueled with all provisions. That's right. Okay, Keith, the cop has a boat.
I told you go
on the South Shore, so I could hit the South Shore.
So all we need to do is just pick it up out of the driveway and dump it in the water, and we'll be set.
Oh, it's not fucking in the water yet? What is this, a seasonal Armageddon that we got to deal with? We got to make sure his boat's in the fucking water? Keith.
It's
we're
always
not good for the
fully fueled.
apocalypse. Fully fueled, yeah.
And I got a very important call coming in.
Yeah?
I really do.
Okay.
Because you're talking about the apocalypse. This guy wants to tell you how hard it was to leave after Katrina, which is a little different than the apocalypse.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Mark in New Orleans.
Before Katrina, trying to get out of New Orleans.
Yeah.
It was, normal trip across the Gulf Coast. We have a house in Pensacola. Was like 3 hours. It took us 18 hours on the highway going 10 miles an hour.
Oh, my God. That's fucked up. With a week's fucking notice. With a week's notice that it was coming. The road was clear, you motherfucker.
And how many people in New Orleans had cars?
Yes.
Million people that live in the metro New Orleans area trying to evacuate. How many fucking million people are there in New York?
When did you try to leave, sir? Don't lie, because I'll know.
We left like a day and a half before the...
All right, and they knew it was swirling in the Gulf, headed your way, and everyone waited and waited. That's what I'm talking about. Rapid deployment. Get out, get out, get out.
Yeah, but you're going to have to guess when that is, Ed.
You got to use your instincts.
The apocalypse doesn't tell you when it's coming. It's going to be here.
But, and then
the panic sets in immediately.
But the second you see danger... That's when you got to start making your move. Those are the people that fucking make it. Yes, Opie, hand up.
Did you read the headlines today? There's danger around us.
Not right around us. It's on the periphery.
Can we break out a window and scale down to the street?
You're better if there's no notice because you're already prepared.
I'm ready to go.
Notice, that's when you're going to get fucked.
That's when I'll be
like
fucked.
You're saying, you're going to be the first guy. You're going to be leading the pack.
Gotta get out immediately. Take your go bag and go. That's it. Strap yourself up. A lot of ammunition, a lot of firepower, and a lot of food and water.
Any bottles of liquor in there?
Oh, yeah. Captain Morgan. The big jug of Captain Morgan.
That's
because
heavy.
You got to disinfect.
Pete in Vermont.
And a medical kit. Yes, I have a small medical kit.
With
also.
some Band-Aids?
Well, no, it's a little more than just the medical
You got iodine for the
kit.
radiation?
I don't have iodine
They're running out.
tablets.
You better fucking buy
I don't have
yours.
those tablets for the radiation.
Pete in Vermont has a very good observation.
He's telling me to stay the fuck out?
Nah, sort of. Pete.
All right, what's up?
Hey, Aunt, about 6 minutes ago, you were lost in the woods with your girlfriend, scared of a bear cub, and now you're going to come up here and face the apocalypse?
I wasn't prepared then. I learned my lesson through experience, sir.
None of us wanted to point out that it was a bear cub, by the way.
That's a great
It was a
point.
bear cub.
But I learned. Now I'll never go anywhere without a gun and a sat phone.
You got a mirror on your gun for the people coming from behind? Somebody wants to know.
No, you got to have a wingman there to cover your ass.
You're not waiting for anyone else.
I got to take Keith's boat. There'll be other people in my group.
Nah.
Yeah.
How many bullets you carry?
I swear, I'm looking. I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, because that's important.
Ammo's very important. So I don't know. I think I'll load up a lot of 45. I think 45 is good. And 45 is pretty common if you got to ransack any places that you might be able to find some ammo. You don't want some, exotic ammunition or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm thinking 223s and some 45. Yeah, that's about it. Maybe 3 or 4 different pistols, just in case you got to dole them out to a few people.
Sounds like a party.
Your to-go bag sounds like it's going to weigh 200 pounds.
Well, you know what? It's very
Captain Morgan alone.
For how much is it? No, that won't last long. Believe me. If there's an apocalypse, I'm drinking. It's fairly light for how much shit is actually in it. There's those little packets of water that will last 5 years without opening them. And they're good for, the emergency. Like, that's the last case scenario before you drop dead. But then there's also filters where you could take like a standard water bottle like this size and refill it and filter it 250 times through there. And you could take shitty water and it filters all the bad gunk right out. Just things like that you might have to deal with.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
We got another guy here. He has a Tom Cruise scenario for you.
Oh,
Ross,
all right.
Ross in Atlanta.
What's Anthony? What's up, man? How can Tom Cruise wrap up Armageddon in 3 hours with a bad script and 2 kids, and you need a 300-pound pack and an arm?
That's because that was bullshit. Bullshit. This is the real deal I'm dealing with. I'm prepared.
Well,
Things
listen,
happen.
I got a shitty house in Atlanta here you could buy if you need a backup place to go stash.
A safe house?
Blow over.
I need a safe house.
Every good video game has safe house.
You need a safe house.
You got safe houses out
where you
there?
can sleep. I don't have a safe house. I know one good place, though.
Yeah?
I know one good place. And I could even say it because no one would ever be able to find it.
What is it?
It's an old silver and turquoise mine in the Mojave Desert.
How the fuck are you going to get all the way out there?
You got to fucking be creative.
Now you're talking about aircrafts.
No, you got to be creative. You got to somehow get your ass out because that is where no one's fucking going. And,
now,
you got some
where
shelter.
would you take there? Would you take the boat to
I think
Connecticut?
I would take the boat across Route 66. And no, you'd have to then overland. Yeah, you'd have to go, depending on where the catastrophe is. You know, if it's north, you got to go south. If it's south, you take the northern route. You got to be able to you can't have a set plan. You know, you got to improvise, adapt, overcome, like the Marines say.
I hear you.
What are you going to do?
Let's go to Robert. Robert.
Hey, let me talk to John Connor Cumia, please.
He's right here, sir.
Hey,
yes?
Hey, Anthony, your boat idea is a good idea, man, because, all watermen do not ever leave their boats empty in the marina. Every boat is always filled because they don't want water and gas.
That's true.
That's right. So, see, your plan for the boat is a pretty good idea.
Of course. I'm thinking about the boat.
That part's in good shape.
Or how about jacking a fucking plane?
Not so good. You don't know how to fly.
I know, not
do
totally.
Flight simulators, but I don't think you know enough.
I took a experience the world of flight course.
All right, that's pretty good.
I got to actually hold the yoke.
How long do you think it's going to take you to hotwire a boat?
That wouldn't take long at all. I don't think. No. Once you get in there, the wiring's pretty simple for the ignition. It's like old school car ignitions on a lot of boats, especially old ones. Oh, let me see. I'm getting another communique. I have 5 cases of 40 cal and 3 cases of 45. Can I come with you? I would be proud to have you, Mike.
Ah,
Just
nice.
say that.
Hey,
that would be some good firepower having Mike.
The question I got for the people that are escaping the apocalypse: where are you actually running to? Because aren't you running to a place
survival?
But aren't you running to a place where those people are running? Like,
no. See, here's the problem: America is fat and lazy and unprepared and thinks nothing can ever happen. And what you will see are the fattest refugees you've ever seen in your life going to either Mexico or Canada, whatever. But big lines of people like that look like they're from the show Heavy, hoarders, things like that, with canes, with little dogs, walking on these roads to nowhere. To nowhere.
Yeah.
And there will be a select few, that are scattered about the country, taking care of business, as they say. TCB, so that we may continue.
You're really losing your mind.
What?
Because it's happened. It usually happens like every 10 years. We have the apocalypse.
Well, probably a little longer.
The world's ended, 17 different times over the last 200 years, so I can understand.
And what if?
All right, perhaps past performance is not indicative of future result, but
look. If everyone,
you never know. Is my whole thing is you just don't know the future.
If everyone's running away, and being chased, why wouldn't you stay put? And then, you know what I mean?
Because where your houses aren't going to be safe.
Because yes, it is.
Oh my God!
Because the people that are in charge of the apocalypse, they're chasing people the whole time.
No,
so if you stay put, they think your house is empty because you ran away.
No, see,
and then you're sitting nice in your compound.
Again, so people going to go house to house.
Well, again, it all depends on what the emergency is, where it is, how contained or widespread it is. There's no definite plan of leaving the house, let's say. See, I might just stay in my house. There's no definite plan. You might have to defend your home.
That's why I think you should start digging the tunnels I told you about the other day.
Tunnels?
Yes, you have the perfect house to start digging tunnels.
Why dig them if they're finished, my friend? Why dig them if they're finished?
You got a mini compound under your pool?
You never know. You never know what's going on over there.
Maybe that's where all the water goes.
That's where the water in my pool goes.
You fucked it up.
Motherfuckers. I got to find where that water goes. 90,000 gallons? Where could it have gone?
Oh, my God.
I think that dead tree has been drinking the whole thing. I got a tree dying in the background.
What house is trying to figure out why their basement is
right? Thank God I'm not on the downhill side of my pool. Holy shit.
Did you really lose 90,000 gallons?
It was full. I just checked under the cover. It's completely empty.
No.
It's a built-in pool.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's the water?
I don't know.
Wow.
Someone stole it. I think it's the main drain. It has to be.
But no neighbors are knocking going, hey, do you have a leaky pool? Because my house is
How
a
would
wreck.
they know? It would just be like,
It would have
we
to be
must have a leak.
one of the houses right around you.
But it's probably slowly leaching through their cement basement walls, and they don't even know where it's coming from.
Someone in your neighborhood is pissed.
They don't even know. They're probably like, wow, why is this chlorinated water coming in my...
Oh, my
No.
God.
I don't know where it's going, to tell you the truth. I'm going to have it fixed, though, hopefully, before the season opens up and I refill it.
Right.
But my water bill was atrocious last year. I didn't know because I have an autofill, and it just kept filling it up and filling it up. And it was leaking out and leaking out. And then I got my water bill, and it was 90,000 gallons of water I had gone through, and it cost me like $420 water bill.
Holy
I went through 90,000 gallons of water.
You know, yesterday was water day, too.
Was it?
Yeah, for the world.
I have a hell of a carbon footprint and a water footprint and everything else.
I don't know what the water day was all about.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm confused. A lot of people saying let's shower together.
There's 75% of the planet. Stop with your water shortage. There's desalination plants. People are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about the water. This place is going to be spinning just fine without any of us. That's what I think.
All right, we should take a break.
Yeah.
You're all set, though, for the
I'm
apocalypse.
set. I'm ready to rock, as they say.
Florentine, what are we promoting today? I see you got something nice here, huh?
Yeah, new Meet the Creeps is out today.
Volume 3, featuring Club Soda King.
Is that to give out?
This is good for the apocalypse, too,
Yeah,
to watch.
I'm going to put this in my go bag.
You might have a little DVD player when you're in the woods in Vermont.
You know what? Once I come across some people after civilization's been gone for a while, I could just reflect it in the sun, and they'll go, ooh, and give me, like, food for it. You know, when people forget about DVDs. And
Available today at jimflorentine.com.
Pick it up.
Kenny's on there. Club Soda Kenny's
I see
on
that.
there, too.
Oh, my God. Kenny. That's great.
And then this weekend, Jim Florentine will be at the Hartford Funny Bone.
Look at that, right in my go bag.
Nice.
There you go.
I feel honored.
It's going in there right next to the grenades.
More with Jim Florentine and Stephen Lang coming by today.
What time is Stephen Lang coming in?
Who is he?
Stephen Lang. He's the guy. He was the. Isn't that guy that was the sergeant?
Oh, the Avatar guy.
The sergeant in Avatar, the
right
big
on.
soldier guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I knew he was coming in.
Yeah, he's got
I
a
just
couple
didn't know
of
his
things.
name.
He's got a couple of things going on.
He's the big Marine guy from Avatar.
Right.
The badass.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, and we'll talk about Chris Brown next.